Connective tissue is the tissue that connects, separates, and supports all other types of tissues in the body. Connective tissue has various functions in the body. It protects the organs, like skull protects the brain. It gives structural support, where bones is a connective tissue. It provides framework of the body. It helps in the storage of nutrients, and blood is a connective tissue which transports nutrients, gases, and waste through the body. It helps in connection and binding, where the ligaments bind bone to bone and tendons connect muscle to bone. It helps in immune function, where white blood cells is a connective tissue that protects the body from invaders. Types of connective tissue. Connective tissues are classified into three as connective tissue proper, supportive connective tissue, and fluid connective tissue. Connective tissue proper, referred as fibrous because it has many fibers in the cellular matrix, and it is divided into two subgroups based on proportions of cells, fibers, and ground substance. It is classified as loose connective tissue and dense connective tissue. And supportive connective tissue has cartilage and bone and blood and the lymph for the fluid connective tissue. Under loose connective tissue, the first is the areolar connective tissue. It is a viscous ground substance with collagen and elastic fibers. It is highly vascularized, meaning it has a good blood supply and contains large number of blood cells which produces many components of extracellular matrix. It surrounds the organs and blood vessels and binds skin. Adipose tissue. It is a highly vascularized and comprised primarily of adipocytes, that is, fat cells, and it has very little extracellular matrix. Adipocytes are filled with fat droplets which push the nucleus to the plasma membrane. There are two types of adipose connective tissue, white adipose tissue and brown adipose tissue. White adipose tissue stores energy, insulates some organs, and provides some cushion against the shocks to the body. Adipose connective tissue is located throughout the body and it is found on the skin surrounding various organs. Reticular connective tissue has a viscous ground substance with a branching network of reticular fibers within it. Reticular cells and reticular fibers provide the supportive framework in the spleen, lymph node, and bone marrow. Dense regular tissue consists of tiny packed collagen fibers, limited amount of ground substance, and fibroblast cells which squeeze between the fiber layers. This tissue does not have a good blood supply, so if injured it takes a long time to heal. This tissue is found in the tendons and ligaments. Dense irregular tissue. It consists of collagen fibers. There are plenty gather forming irregular forms. It also contains fibroblast cells and has more ground substance and much blood supply than regular dense connective tissue. This tissue can handle stress, which is found in skin and on areas covering bone. Dense elastic tissue has densely packed elastic fibers with fibroblast carried throughout. It is found in the trachea, vocal cord, and walls of some arteries. Next, the supporting connective tissue. It has cartilage and bone. There are three main types of cartilage: hyaline cartilage, fibrocartilage, and elastic cartilage. Hyaline cartilage consists of chondrocyte cells which support the major cartilage matrix. These cells occupy small spaces called lacunae and scattered throughout the matrix. It has a poor blood supply, causing injuries to heal slowly and sometimes not at all. Hyaline cartilage is the most common type of cartilage which caps the bones of synovial joints found in nose and respiratory passage. Fibrocartilage consists of the densely heavy-looking collagen fibers and has got chondrocyte cells and lacunae. Fibrocartilage acts as a shock absorbent that resists compression. It is the toughest form of cartilage, and this is the one which makes up the disc of the spine and meniscus in the knee joint. Elastic cartilage contains some collagen fibers and high number of elastic fibers and has chondrocyte cells and lacunae. This cartilage is high degree of flexibility and it is found in the external ear and epiglottis, which prevents swallowed food entering the trachea. Bone is the second type of supportive connective tissue. It is more solid and less flexible than cartilage. The extracellular matrix consists of collagen fibers and mineral salt crystals, and bone cells are called osteocytes that occupy small space, lacunae, and scattered throughout the matrix. Bone provides supportive protection and also provides a point of attachment from muscles. There are two main types of bone, compact and spongy. Compact bone form the cylinder structures called the osteons, which look like rings and central canal that helps in the nerves and blood vessels. Spongy bone is located in the interior of the bone. Fluid connective tissue has the blood and the lymph. Blood tissue consists of formed elements and RBC, WBC, blood platelets and plasma. RBC transport oxygen and carbon dioxide. WBC protects the body from invaders and plasma transport nutrients, waste and hormones. Platelets help in clotting of blood. Lymph regenerates from interstitial fluid. It is a tissue fluid which surrounds tissue cells and it transports fats and white blood cells throughout the body.